A's Extra.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. The Chatham A's hit the quarter mark of the Cape League season today. Game 10 on the road to take on the Falmouth Commodores. It's once again time for the Manager's Show. I'm Jake Klein, joined by the Chatham manager, Dennis Cook. Dennis, you tie Bourne 2-2, rain-shortened game last night. What did you make of that one?
We didn't swing the bats well. Energy level was really low after the off day. I feel very fortunate to get out of there with a tie.
Did you feel like the off day maybe halted some of the offensive momentum your team had over the previous 4 games?
I guess you could say it could have had a part in it, but we just didn't have good approaches to the at bats. I didn't think. We had a lot of good offensive counts that we took poor swings in, chased a lot of bad pitches. So. Give credit where their pitching did a good job last night, and our pitching did too. But, I just didn't like the feel or the approach last night.
What is the approach you're looking for from your hitters?
Swinging at good pitches, aggressively, competing every pitch of every at-bat of every inning.
You mentioned Angel Cervantes, and your pitchers did a good job. 4 more scoreless innings for Angel. He's up to 9 straight to start his Cape League season. What has made him so successful?
I just think he mixes well. He's a good pitcher. He mixes, he throws strikes, and he goes about his business in a professional way. So he's going to be successful. He's going to do good.
I know he's told us, and you've told us, that he's on a pitch count of 65 for each of his appearances. How does that affect the way you have to use him, have to use your bullpen when he goes out there?
Well, we know going in what we're getting out of him. And it all depends on how deep he goes in the game. How economical he is with his pitches, because he knows how many pitches he has. So he's done a good job with it. If we can get him through 5, I feel very fortunate.
We saw John Savage, his coach at UCLA, was at Veterans Field last night. How much are you trying to maintain relationships with college coaches so that when the next wave comes around, whether it's later this season or next time around, coaches feel comfortable sending their players to you?
Well, I think it's just building relationships. I've known John since we were kids in college. We played against each other up in Alaska in the summer league when we were in college. So he trusts us. In fact, he tells me, he goes, I want my guys around baseball people. So we're going to get his good players, and he's a great guy. He does a great job with his kids. I mean, you can watch how Angel goes about his business, and you can tell he's well coached. I have a handful of guys that I really, really trust and work well with at the college level, and we've got good players from them.
Chatting with Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show before the A's visit Gov Fuller Field and take on the Falmouth Commodores tonight. Dennis, 5 innings shutout last time for Jack Oman, who goes again tonight. I know last time you said that you took classes with Jack Oman when you guys went to Yale together, but what is the real story of how he ended up here?
I know his dad. I coached his dad with the German national team when we were doing a World Baseball Classic qualifier down in Mexicali. And I saw Jack was doing well last year, so I picked up the phone and I called his dad and asked about him. And we talked about it a little bit more, and then the Yale coaches called me this last offseason and said they wanted to send him and Caden up to us.
I know you've been coaching in the Baseball United League in the Middle East, but you've also got international baseball experience in several places in Europe. What has that experience meant for you and done for you in baseball?
Well, I just think, especially the European stuff, you do a lot of grassroots. It's real drills, basic stuff. It's you're really teaching them how to play the game the right way, and I enjoy that. I enjoy putting a team together and playing to their strengths, coaching to their strengths, things like that. And while you're over there, you do a little bit of everything. You do the hitting, you do the pitching, you do the base running. So it's baseball.
A couple of lineup questions for you, Dennis. For tonight's game, you insert Cole Johnson from Georgia. What do you expect him to bring to your lineup?
Just a good hitter and good defense. Cole is a young kid out of Georgia, had 80-something at-bats. I think he hit over 300 for him in limited time, and he's the kind of kid that's going to be up here for the rest of the summer and trying to get at-bats and get better.
Meanwhile, a little bit of a shakeup. You've got Harlan Hovatter behind the plate tonight, and then Corbin Reynolds, who had previously only been a catcher, over at first for the first time this summer. What went into that decision?
Mississippi State is going to be at the game tonight, and they want to see Harlan catch. So we said, Harlan, you're catching.
There's Dennis Cook on the Manager Show. Chatham and Falmouth coming up in just a couple of moments. Dennis, thanks as always.
Thank you.